Allison Coe.
Oh man, I'm terrible at that. I'm a hypnotist. I talk low and slow. So,
It's about time now.
luckily, Carrie Walker in the back exchanged shirts with me, so I would have this up towards my voice, towards my mouth. So, Carrie, you look really good in my shirt. I love it. And the funny thing is, a couple weeks ago, I was telling a buddy of mine, I was like, I see myself up on stage with these blue pants and this black kind of turtleneck shirt, and I didn't have that outfit, and then 2 minutes before we go on stage, look at this. Wow. It's pretty awesome. Okay, a couple disclaimers. I cuss, and I'm sorry. And there's a couple words that I say that I will not be able to control myself. Hell, I'm probably going to say that a lot. Damn. Probably going to say, I don't think those are cuss words. But I'll try not to drop any F-bombs. I swear to God, I'm going to try. I'm sorry, that's just my nature, and I'll really try to control that. My name's Allison Coe. I'm a hypnotist. I work in Portland, Oregon. I do 2 separate types of hypnosis. Both of them afford me to spend about 5 hours a day with a client, 1 client each day. We talk about their life. We talk about their lessons, we talk about their past, what they hope to get out of their future. Some of my clients are in the audience today. I love you all. All of you who came today, thank you, because that's a testament to me that they really like me. I really appreciate that, thank you guys. But when we go into this hypnosis, each of these types of hypnosis, I do. One is QHHT, which you guys probably know, Dolores Cannon's type of hypnosis. Quantum healing hypnosis is what it's called. You go through a corridor, a deepening gateway through sometimes a past life, sometimes a future life, sometimes a parallel life. Sometimes you're just hanging out in space for a while. So you travel through those corridors, and then you get down deep, and you're able to access the client's higher self. The part of them that is kind of disembodied, that sees everything from a higher perspective. If you see pit stains on the shirt, they are not mine, by the way. So you know. In about a half hour, they will be mine. I can't blame you for that. So we're able to get to the higher self. And the client arrives with a list of questions they're seeking answers to. Questions that nobody on earth can answer. So, things like, where's the love of my life? What's my purpose? What should I do to make more money? I mean, there's obvious answers to that one, like work harder, but everybody wants to do that, And things like, why can't I, let go of this weight I've been holding on my whole life? Things like that, health, wellness, everything. And so we go into this session, and we ask to speak to the higher self, and then I sit there and I ask the clients questions to the higher self. So pretty basic, and I'm able to do that with both different types of hypnosis. And it's all recorded because it's so detailed that by the time they leave my house, they've already forgotten 75% of the information that they received. So the recording is so necessary. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, is what the recording has allowed for me to do, which is to go back and find trends that weave their way through my sessions. The first trend is this, and throughout all of my sessions, you guys, each and every one of you, are so important. So important. There's nobody in the world that's more important than each and every one of you. It's like doing in my family, we used to do these like 3,000 piece puzzles. And they take like a week with all hands on deck trying to put this puzzle together. It's fun, it's meditative, and we weren't like killing each other or watching TV, so those are 2 really good things from our parents. And then at the end, though, you get down to like 2,999, you can't find the last piece. It's terrible. It's like a waste of time. We need you. You guys are the last piece of every puzzle in this world. So we need you. And that's what the trend is in all of these sessions, how necessary each one of you showing up actually is. So that's not the only trend, though, thank God. There's other really cool trends that go through these sessions. And I want to share a trend with you today that I haven't really done any videos on. So I've been saving it, been hoarding it for you guys, for this live audience. One other thing is, when we get into the session, I just wanted to describe the session really quick for you guys so you understand how I'm sharing this. When we get down into the session, first thing is, when we get into a life, I try to set the surrounding. I try to find out where are these people? You know, are they on Earth? Are they off Earth? Are they in a body? Are they out of a body? Are they plant? Are they, floating around in the sky? Are they on some totally different planet? So that's what we're checking first, surroundings, then we focus on the body. So what type of body do you have? Are you male? Are you female? Are you human? Are you non-human? Are you an ET that you've never seen before? And then we focus on the life. What's going on with your life? What are your relationships like? What's your purpose like? Where do you live? What's that? What do you do with your time? So that's what we do in these sessions. So we go through and we find out all this information, and then we fast forward through the experience, because that's what it is. It's not always in the past, so we can call it past life regression all the time. So we fast forward through the experience, and the client takes me to an important day. So it's all guided from the higher self, and then we get to the higher self. So that is a basic outline of these sessions. So now you know what I do, now you know how I do it. So let me talk to you about what's happening. Now I have my notes here, because these are case studies. Case study number 1. This gentleman arrived at a session last summer. He's a male entrepreneur, family man. He's got about 4 kids, excommunicated from his church because of his different ideals. He couldn't stick with the dogma anymore. He was actually asked to cleave or leave. That was a direct quote from his church. Like, you stay and you hang out and you believe what we believe, or you get out. And so he got out. So he comes and he has a session. So where does the higher self take him? Because that's our basic concept. It's the higher self that's taking him somewhere. So the higher self takes him to this newly forming planet. Beautiful planet, doesn't have a lot of life on it yet, and he tells me he's a tender of this planet. He's the one who's making sure that this planet can eventually hold onto life, right? Can eventually support mammalian life, these higher concepts of life. And he says it's an Earth-like planet. He doesn't say it's Earth. So we focus on the body now. What do you look like? Are you human? Are you non-human? What's going on there? So I'm blind. I'm like you guys. You guys have nothing on the screen, right? Nothing. I'm not going to show you any images today, because you guys have to sit in my seat. I sit in these sessions. I don't have any images. I just have to use what they give me. So, what does your body look like? It's like, well, I'm kind of etheric. I kind of look like a human, but I'm not physically dense like a human. I'm kind of a little bit floaty and a little bit energetic. All right? So then we fast forward him kind of through that experience, and he goes to another important day. And he says, I'm really bored. I'm really bored on this planet. I'm here alone, and I'm waiting for some fun. I'm waiting for some, really good, high advanced species to arrive. No one's there yet. He's getting bored. So we fast forward one more time, and where does he go? This dude starts sobbing. He's just sobbing, absolutely sobbing. And I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, what? What's happening? What's going on around you? What do you see? And he says, they arrived. They finally are here. And he's just uncontrollable. Everybody cries in these sessions, so I'm used to it. But I want to know why he cried. I mean, hey, what? No, he's touched. He's so emotional. Sorry, Joe. He whacked my chest over here. So he's super touched, by this, and overwhelmed with emotion. And the people he's talking about are people from Earth. They've arrived. They finally arrived. So now we get the rest of the story. He's actually there. He's been preparing a different level of Earth, a different Earth, for others to arrive. And they finally came. And I said, well, what the hell happened? Why did they go there? What's going on? I know some of the stuff, but I want his higher self to tell me and stuff. All right, so they arrived from Earth onto a new Earth, a higher dimensional Earth. And let's see, this higher self then goes on to say that that version of him is a fractal of his soul. So that tender, that planet tender, is actually living a concurrent life as this man. So the reason these people came onto this earth was because of an event happened. And they ascended eventually. They were able to raise their vibration and they ascended. Now I'm going to be summarizing these sessions. So I'm not going to give you all of the pieces because you don't need them here today. We're just looking at the trend. And as some of you know who watch my videos, I can talk for an hour about just one session. So we're not going to do that today. We're going to go through about 7 of these really quick. So this man is living a concurrent life as the tender of that planet, that new earth, and then also this gentleman who shows up at my home. And the reason is, when we get to higher self, why is he in both spots? And it says that some of these people, some of these beings who are preparing this planet, wanted to actually experience what it would be like to cross over the bridge to the new earth. They wanted to do both. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too. Like, man, you selfish. Just selfish. So, he's living a parallel experience. All right, so then I'm starting to ask all his questions that he's arrived with. One of his questions on his list is about music. He's been getting music pouring into him, flowing into him, because he's like, I think I'm channeling it, because it's not me. I know what I'm doing. When I'm composing music, it's a step-by-step process. He's like, that's not what this is. When I put my hands on the keyboard, something's flowing through me. So his question was, where's it from? What is this? What is this music? So the higher self says, he's channeling music, and while his hands are on an instrument, he's bringing the 5th dimension to the 3rd dimension. And he should do it as often as he can. And then they go on to say, this has to do with all you guys, many are channeling this higher dimensional stuff, this higher dimensional energy, through art, storytelling. Now, storytelling is not just books, right? It's our movies. It's everything out there. So art, storytelling, music, healing modalities. A lot of you are healers in this room. So healing modalities. They're doing this all over the world. They're anchoring the 5th dimension down here for their direct reason of getting us prepared to make this leap, right? Leap in consciousness. All right. So, kind of boring stuff, right? And he said, how fast this happens, this is a direct quote, how fast this happens is up to our resonance, not the calendar. Our consciousness is tied to the Earth's consciousness. The pace will increase with more people channeling 5D. So get out of this room and go start channeling, please. Something, anything. Go do anything. All right, so then it tells them, please share it. Please share this information so it spreads. So that was a year ago. So, case study number 2. Let's see if you guys start seeing these trends. Case study number 2. This is a very professional, wonderful woman. She works in the medical field, and she's also a blogger. So she has fun. She's out there. And the higher self takes her to this planet. And she says, immediately, she's just like, oh, I'm home. And I actually just did a video about this one. So if you guys watched it, great. I'm just going to summarize it really quick. She's so thrilled to be back home. And I'm like, well, what does home look like? Well, lo and behold, it looks like Sedona. But they have a green sky, and there's 2 suns in the sky. So we're pretty sure it's not here, right? This is her home planet. So we've set the surroundings. And I'm like, well, what do you look like? What does your body look like? She said, well, I have one leg, and I have a hand, like that's my foot, and it's really useful for walking around on spongy ground. I have 3 arms, I have 3 eyes, I have spaghetti-like hair, but it's not hair, these are antennas. I have a mouth, but it's not for speaking, it's just for ingesting food stuffs whenever I want. So great, that's the body. Very different looking, right? In your head, when you see it, it's like, what is this strange ass body? Oh, sorry. But she's so, like her joy is just coming off of her. Like it's just beaming off of her because this strange body is her home. She's so happy to be in this body. It's beautiful to her. So then I asked her, well, where do you live on this planet? Take me to your house, because that's your body. I wonder what your house looks like. I'm sure it doesn't look like mine. But it's like in a cliff. She walks over to the cliff, and the door just opens right up. It's reacting to her conscious intent. So then she takes me in her house, and it's just one big room, kind of like this, and there's little areas all over to do things. One of those things she wants to do is work. And she's got this holographic computer screen. I'm like, well, what are you going to do on there? She says, I want to know where everybody is. I'm here, and I'm here alone. And I know that my buddies are somewhere. My family, they're somewhere. And so she goes and she finds them, and they're all on Earth. They've all gone to Earth. She's the first one back. I said, well, what are they doing there? She said, well, we decided to answer the call. They needed help. And we're going there to break the systems that are holding Earth down into this third dimension. So we're all going there lifetime after lifetime to help break this system that's in place there. So that's interesting, right? Okay, so I was like, well, how did you get back? You're here. Why are you here on this planet? Why are you the first one back? She says, well, I was a little more advanced. You know, this event happened, these waves kept coming to Earth, and then finally there were smaller waves, higher dimensional energy that kept coming to Earth, and then a huge tsunami of love hit the Earth. And it took away all the negative vibrations that were on Earth. People couldn't even think negative thoughts about themselves or others. They couldn't do anything bad or nasty. And so she was like, once that happened, everybody started healing. And then she said that once that happened, she started traveling around the Earth and helping people vibrate themselves into a higher dimension. And then she decided to go to the fifth dimension, wherever that is, right? And then she was like, I hung out there for a while, and then I decided to go back to my home planet. So that's where we were seeing her. She had already done all that stuff. This is in the future. She had already done all that stuff. She didn't have to die to get back to her home planet. Nothing like that. She was just like, yep, I'm ready. I just ascend, and I go back to my home planet and hang out there. And I'm waiting for everybody else to show up. So super interesting. And then I get to the higher self, and I'm like, what is going on? What is going on with her? And they said that what she's doing right now on Earth is yes, in fact, helping bust these systems that are going on. And it says that her blogging is actually helping. The thing that she thought wasn't really doing anything is actually helping change anybody who reads it. Because when she blogs, she's actually pulling down a higher vibrational energy and spreading it out. And anybody who witnesses it will actually have their energy adjusted. So very similar to the other. Through the act of creativity, we are helping raise the higher vibration. Oh, I remember. Sorry, I said there were two disclaimers at the beginning. One is this. I have the bladder the size of a peanut. And I expect all of you guys to have that same size bladder, so anybody who has to get up anytime to go use the restroom, just know that I know. I'm with you. Just feel free. Don't feel like you have to hang out here if you got me. That was my only. Sorry, to go back. All right, so her blogging is really affecting everybody who comes into contact with it. Bringing a higher vibrational frequency to the Earth with her words, with the act of creativity. And it says, creation itself is the gateway to these higher vibrations. So through creation, that is a gateway. That is a portal you must use to access these higher vibrations. And I said, later on, ask for any final messages from the higher self. They say, breathe, relax, create, create, create. Okay, so third case study. Let's see if we can do it. All right, so this was just in spring. This is a young male. He's a software engineer. He does that for a living with a company, an established company, but also in his free time, he creates software that will help people. He creates apps that will help people that he thinks are kind of this higher dimensional way of sharing and all this stuff. So really cool guy. He's met the love of his life. He's going to move with her over to Hawaii. He's so happy. He's got some healing to do and stuff. That's why he's having a session with me. So where does a higher self take him? Into a spaceship with 4 other beings. And he says, immediately, this is my soul birth. this is my family. I feel home. And not that the spaceship is home, but family is home, right? I said, okay, that's cool. And he says, I'm asking, well, what do you see out in front of you? Do you just see space? What's going on? He said, no, we're hovering over a newly forming planet. That's what we're doing. We're hovering over this newly forming planet. So, okay, so that set the scene. Now, what does your body look like? Tell me about your body. He said, well, I'm super tall. I'm like 7 feet tall, and I have this elongated skull. It goes back like this, and I think he was kind of dark, maybe gray, like it's not gray. I don't want to say a gray. He wasn't a gray alien, but he was like dark. He looked like a kind of like black, but a little bit different. And he has 4 fingers instead of 5. So this is his description. So then he's like, I want to go down to the planet. Our job is to be down on this planet, right? It's not to be up in the spaceship. That's just where we hang out and sleep and everything. So I'm going to go down to this planet with my soul group. What are they doing down there? They're seeding the consciousness of this planet. And he says, this is Earth. This is Earth, and we're helping her prepare her to hold a higher vibrational advanced life forms, mammals. So he says that we have to actually send our consciousness, combine all our energy to create an energy never seen before, and to seed the planet. So, kind of a big deal. And we move forward, and he says, oh yeah, the mammals have started to arrive, so that's good. We move forward one more time, and he says, holy cow, there's, like, he is overwhelmed with emotion, with grief, with sadness, he's crying. And he says, she's sick. She's sick. There's chaos and sickness everywhere. Everywhere. And he says, evolution allowed for this sickness. The evolution that they were so hoping for allowed for this sickness. It's that other beings came to the earth and started having their own experiments. And they didn't know. This group didn't know. And the beings didn't really know how this would affect her. And make sure to say that. It's like they didn't know what they were doing. But it made her sick. It made her really sick. And it's just so, I wish you guys could be in the room with these people who are like experiencing this. You can't fake emotion like this. This is like, it's powerful, it's palpable, it's in the air, it's all over their face. God forbid they're wearing mascara, because then it really is all over their face. It is. People are not, we're not looking pretty in these hypnosis sessions, I'll tell you that much. And I've been a client, I know. So, anyway, I'm like, what can you do? What can you do at this point? And he says, he says that we're calling out for help. We're putting the call out for help all over the universe so other people can come to help, other beings can come to help. And he says that they're going to come and clean up, and they're going to act like magnets. Their energy is going to act like a magnet, pulling up this junk that's hanging around on the earth. So, that's pretty cool, all right? And I'm like, well, what will people notice on the ground floor when other beings are here cleaning up? And he said, well, they're going to notice peace, and that all these systems in place, keeping them down, dreadful. All these systems are going to break. So, it's like, bless woman, right? Okay, and I said, well, what can people do on the ground floor? What can they do to help? We shouldn't have to depend on you guys for this. And he says, well, people can help by enjoying, being happy, raise their vibration, because their vibration is tied to the planet. Again, their vibration is tied to the planet. Their consciousness is tied to Earth's consciousness. All right, so then I get to the higher self, and I'm like, what's going on? What's going on here? Why'd you show him that? And it says that he's actually living a concurrent life. He's living a parallel life. That version of him, that ET version of him, is happening right now, and this life is happening right now, and they're communicating back and forth. Back and forth, they're communicating. We want him to hold this vibration down on this earth. He wanted to not only tend the planet, seed the planet, tend the planet, he also wanted to help save the planet. Like I said, these are selfish people. Selfish. Come on, man. No. So he says that, he then goes on to describe the higher self. It said the higher self is the umbrella under which many lives exist. He is one, the ET is another, and there are more. And the best thing we can do is try to connect to our soul family. Not the ones that are outside of us, but the ones that are fractals of this soul. All right, so pretty interesting. It goes on to say that humans are evolving into their higher self. Pretty soon, they'll be able to see a parallel life as clear as this life. They'll be able to see the past. They'll be able to read their Akashic records. So pretty interesting stuff. And it says, let's see, how should we go about this? How can we embody more of our higher selves? I don't know how to do this stuff. Like, come on, give me more instructions. How do we do this? It says relax, enjoy, create, create, create. Sound familiar? Same stuff. Flow, be a conduit. And it said the client, after he leaves this life, because that was one of his questions, what am I doing after this life? You're going to ascend to your home planet. You won't have to die. You're going to ascend to your home planet, that place that has the 2 stars. So kind of interesting stuff. It all kind of feeds forward. It's all kind of, the trend is starting to form. Okay, case study number 4. Beautiful woman, acupuncturist, artist, mother, amazing woman. The higher self takes her to a life where she's this male in prehistoric times. She just does basic prehistoric stuff like stay alive. That's what you do. You survive, you survive, you survive. Maybe you invent fire or something, or not. And so, but the interesting thing about that life is she was connected. There was this portal through this cave where she was connected to this other earthling, this other man who lived in South America. They were separated by on opposite sides of the earth. And they didn't really know they were connected, but they could feel something. All right, so I said, well, why are you guys connected? And I said, they're holding anchor points for an energetic grid on the planet. And let's see, what else did they say? The grid will develop an energetic frequency of consciousness on the planet. So it needs this. It needs this energetic grid. And it described it like this. The planet was new. It's going to start holding more and more life forms. And this energetic grid is going to protect it. The same way you put a little fence around a tree, a sapling, when you just plant it, to protect it from predators. Deer, usually. Deer. To protect it from deer. Beautiful deer. They're not predators. But basically, that's what they've said that this energetic grid does. It protects it from other forms of life coming and screwing up with it. It's so new. So we get to the higher self, and I'm like, why did you show her that life? Can you explain it to me a little more? And it said, we showed her that life because we wanted her to know that she was living a parallel life then, and she's living one now. But it's not with another earthling. She actually has an ET life that's communicating with her right now, and we want her to tap into more of that. And we wanted her to have an experience that would allow her to use that as a template moving forward. You guys need to know each other. That's where the power lies, is in knowing each other. All right, so it also said the weird art that she's been getting lately and the weird hand signals that she's been using in her acupuncturist practice and all this stuff, that's from this ET version of her, trying to send her messages to hold down to this earth and to raise up the vibration. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but the ETs aren't supposed to affect Earth on their own. They're not supposed to come down here and show up and be like, do this, do that. They need us. They need us to do this. We're the gateway. But they're not separate than us. They're our family. That's what these sessions are showing us. This is our family. This is us. This is a higher dimensional version of us. All right. So they want her to start drawing this stuff. Start painting it. Don't be afraid of it. It looks really alien to her. And because it is. It's super alien. That's what the higher self is telling her. It's like, it looks alien because it is. Don't be scared of it. That's the message. Don't be scared of it. Because if she's in fear, it closes the pipeline. It closes the pipeline of creativity. All right. So the higher self recommends she strengthens that connection, and it will increase both their power. And says that they want her to tune into that part that they share. She's now holding a cosmic galactic frequency interdimensionally for Earth's benefit. So before it was just like putting that fence around the Earth, to protect it. But now it's opening up a gateway to other dimensions so the Earth can start pulling her own weight, being involved, with the galaxy, with the universe, not just being quarantined. That's this time right now. Get us out of quarantine. Get us on the same level as everybody else, or at least, on the same freeway. Maybe we're in the slow lane. All right. So it says she's a conduit of information from other dimensions and places. And it says, here's the key. This is a quote. Having a physical body on this planet and an energetic sibling that can bring information in from higher dimensions is a gift. Use it. They were very rude when they said that. They were like mom voice, like use it or lose it. All right, so the information will raise the vibration of the earth. And I said, well, what's the best way for her to do that? Speaking, writing, sharing, being, accessing higher levels of healing modalities, opening up the channel more for flow. Ask for it to open up. Visualize it opening, this pipeline that goes through your body. Envision it opening up to broader. Okay, so expand the pipeline. All right, and it said, a lot of people think of meditation as a chore. We want you to start thinking of it as attunement. Set aside a little time each day to attune to these other parts of you, to attune to this ET part of you. Think of it as attunement and not meditation. And it said, even if you look weird throughout the day, holding on to this part of you that exists, or holding on to this energy, do it anyway. She's got a teenage daughter. Her daughter's like, what in the world are you doing? And she's always hammering her and poking fun at her. They're like, do it anyway. You will do her a benefit by doing it. So don't let her tell you what you should do. Don't let her, she can make fun of you, but do it anyway. All right. So then we get to the 5th and 6th case studies. Are you guys seeing the trends now? Read these? Yeah? Good. Good. I know I'm not the only one, right? Not at all. This is humans pick up patterns. So the trick is you have to go back and listen. I have to go back and listen to these sessions to find the pattern. Because I'm off on my day, doing God knows what, cussing, raising my kids. Having a few drinks. Oh yeah, right for work. This could actually help someone. I should go back and spend some time listening to this stuff. All right. So these are interesting because one of these clients is in the building today, and I did a video on them. 5th and 6th case studies, just a month and a half, 2 months ago, I think. These two women were back to back, separated by thousands of miles. One has cancer. It seems to be constantly having cancer move through her body, through the bones, through the breast, So the cancer was meant to help her to find her purpose. It seems pretty harsh to say that. We need you to find your purpose through the cancer. But it's because her healing the cancer will help others. It will start changing the medical system. That's what the purpose of this cancer is. But only if she does the work that allows for that. If she just goes into fear and does this other stuff. Now, I'm not telling you this stuff because I'm not a doctor. This is her telling her this stuff. So it says that if she just goes into fear and doesn't trust the messages that she's getting, that she'll die, basically. But if she does trust the messages she's getting, she's going to change the medical system. All right, so let's see. One is meant to change the world through healing her cancer via energy and sacred plants. That's the messages she's getting. So let's see. She's having then it goes on to show her that she's having this parallel life. She's like, one of her questions for the higher self, where am I going after this life? And they take her to Mount Shasta, inside, which is this crystal city, and she's involved with these blue beings. And later when we get to the higher self, I'm like, well, what's going on there? Is that really where she's going to go? He says, no, part of her actually exists there right now. Her soul is a fractal, and she exists. She's having parallel existence there right now. They're the ones who are sending her this healing, and she needs to trust it. It's like, wow, this is really cool. All right, and she needs to surrender. She has a huge purpose, and it's not about her, though. This purpose is not about her. It's about her showing up, surviving, and then the ripple effect of that survival. It's going out to all of you guys, going out to the medical community. That's where her purpose is. It's not just her like being alive. That's not her purpose. Your purpose is beyond that. It's to spread this information, what changed you, to not just hide away. All right, very next day, this beautiful woman right over here, Sandy, wave your hand, please. Yay. A beautiful healer and artist. She was contacted in her session. I'm going to summarize this. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Contacted by blue beings in her session, telling her that she's one of them. She needs to start drawing their messages. So the art needs to flow through her, and she needs to start drawing them. And they're going to come through her art. They also tell her that they're sending a blanket of light to the earth to help it, to raise the vibration of the earth. Now, I'm not sure where that next card would. But anyway, so important stuff for Sandy. And what else? I know they said one more thing, Sandy. It wasn't just about your parallel life, and it wasn't just about that. Oh, it was community. How important it was to be in community, because right now everybody needs to find their tribe. Everybody needs to find their people. And that's why this is so important. And that's why it was so cool when you reached out and were like, I'm getting called to go to Sedona, because that was in your session. It was so important. It was so important. You're following up with it. Good job. You're doing the prescription we gave you. All right. So, a couple weeks later, 7th and 8th case studies, and these are fun. These are really fun. I never know anything about my clients before they come in, so that's why I spend 5 hours with them. So I get to know them, I get to know what they're like, what they do for a living, everything. And I get back-to-back scientists and inventors. These guys are employed by major corporations. One of them is here in the crowd today. Cole, raise your hand. Hi, Cole. So, back-to-back scientists and inventors. And they even have the same last name. Like, stuff like that happens for me to get my attention. Because I'm like I said, sometimes I'm just going about my day. But the higher self is like, no, pay attention here, Allison. You need to get this stuff out. So back-to-back scientists and inventors, they're contacted by their galactic families in their sessions, telling them about their inventions, how they will raise the frequency of the planet. They will, there's that extra card. Yeah, I nailed it. That's good. They will raise the frequency of the planet by putting out these inventions, because anybody who witnesses whatever we're doing from a higher dimension, it being art, music, inventions, anything, it will actually affect their vibration. And it's going to raise the frequency of the planet because we're connected to the planet. Our vibration affects the planet. It's intrinsically linked. All right, so they've been getting inventions, these guys. So the first client, he was like, man, I received these 48 inventions from this galactic council. One of his questions during the higher self portion was, I've only made 7 of these. Am I behind? Are you mad? Like, should I do the other 41? And they were like, no. Here's what happens. You put out those 7, and it acts as a ripple effect. Anybody who sees those 7 will be inspired to create the other 41, with you or without you. That's what's important. Putting them out there, putting out this higher frequency stuff onto the earth, and letting the ripple effect take place. That's what this is about. That's what videos are about. Letting the ripple effect take place. It doesn't happen in a vacuum. So they're saying, it's okay, you did good. You don't have to worry about finding an extra 100 hours in a day to do this stuff. Okay, so it's going, those 7 inventions will adjust frequency, help raise the planet. All right. Oh, then we get to the higher self for this client. And it says that he's in the future, he's going to be able to bilocate between Earth and between a new Earth. And he's going to be spending equal amount of time between 2 of them. And I'm like, why? Why spend equal amount of time? I want to know. Why does he keep going back to the old Earth? It says because what he knows helps people. It helps get them ready to make this shift. He may be more advanced in his spirituality, in his vibration, but what he knows will help everybody else. So that's why he goes back. But he also wants to take a break and go to this other higher dimensional Earth. All right, so the next scientist sitting over there in the back works for a major company, and he's the chief scientist there, but in his free time, he also receives information and ideas, which he then creates in his basement and tries not to blow himself up. And in his session, he's taken to meet this set of wispy, kind of white ETs off in the galaxy, and they're trying to communicate with him the best they can, because they don't necessarily communicate vocally anymore. They're so advanced, they're just trying to give him messages. He actually needs another team of ETs to come and act as a middleman for him for this information, or we do during the session. Okay, so it says that these ETs are his family, because one of his questions was, where am I getting all of these ideas from? All of these technological ideas, where am I getting them from? They're like, we're sending them to you. We're the ones who are sending them to you, because it will help raise the frequency and vibration of the Earth. Now, here's the thing. None of these people know they're saying the same thing. None of them. None of them know about each other, except for today. They'll know about each other now. Nobody knows this, and they're all saying the same things. All right, so we're giving him this stuff so it will raise the frequency of the planet. One specific idea that he's had is to create this thing, he calls it the orb. And he kind of shelved it for, a couple months or a year? He shelved it for a while. He wasn't getting anywhere with it. He was like, is it a weapon? What is this thing? What is this? He didn't want to create a weapon. He just didn't know what it was. He didn't know the next steps for this thing, or where it came from, or what its purpose was. And these ETs were like, no, this is a device for communicating with higher dimensions. Pretty soon it will be a portal, so others can get messages from these higher dimensional beings, because Earth has been in quarantine. Earth has been in quarantine. People on Earth need to communicate and be exposed to higher frequencies, higher vibrations. They're in quarantine right now. And so that's what this orb will do. And then they gave them a bunch of next steps to create this orb. And it's amazing, because ever since, so it's all free will. You don't have to do any of this stuff, right, Sandy? You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to be here today. Any of my clients, John over there, they didn't have to do any of their stuff. It's a prescription. The higher self gives you a prescription. Total free will to follow it. You don't have to do anything. It's up to you. But Cole did it. He took the advice from his higher self, and he created this invention. And went kind of light years ahead with it than he ever did on his own. And it's amazing if you see this thing, and this is the cool thing about scientists and inventors. It's not in spirit. In spirit means non-physical, right? Scientists and inventors, they're actually making stuff. They're actually making stuff we can see, we can feel, we can touch, we know it, it's tangible. So Paul's over there, he's willing to show you guys what he made. It's not here, but the pictures and stuff, because it brings in a frequency that does not exist on Earth. And all you have to do is look at it and go, that is not from Earth. Those colors don't even exist on Earth. Well, can you stand up so people know to bombard you later? All right, it's amazing. Okay, so it says that his DNA, because this is his family, his DNA is linked to this orb. That's why he can create it. It's a link to him. It's from his family. Those ETs are him. They're from his family. Okay, so and he didn't know any of this stuff. All right, so I think that's. Let me just check this. Yeah, okay, and so since he did that stuff, since he followed his prescription and made this, he's now getting the next steps for it. That's the thing, when you start following this information, a whole flood of other information comes. As soon as you've done everything that they recommended, a whole flood of other information comes. So Cole is starting to still get information about the next steps in his progress and where he's going. And,
bring us the orb.
Exactly. So he's got pictures, man, and video. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's the thing. Every one of you has the potential to be absolutely amazing, because you are. You signed up to be here. You signed up to be here and bring something to this world. I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought I was an accountant. But I ended up coming and following the stuff that was given to me, and then sharing it, because who wants to hold all this stuff inside? It'll make you sick or explode. I'm not sure which. But get it out. If you're an artist, get it out. If you're a musician, get it out. If you are creating visuals and stories, get them out. I can't tell you how many authors come to see me, and they're like, I'm stumped. And then higher self comes in. We've been giving her this story for years. She just refuses to write it because she's in fear. She thinks she'll be ridiculed for it, but it will adjust the frequency. Everybody who reads it. So I don't know what your talents, skills, and abilities are, but I do know you're necessary. I do know you're necessary. We're all in this together. You all showed up here for a reason, and I'm so glad you did. This is our community. What you do will ripple out to everybody, to this world. And do you see the trend? You guys saw it? Made it pretty clear? All right. Anybody have any questions? Hi. What's your name?
I'm Dan.
Hi.
Hold on a minute.
So it's very interesting that you're talking about this subject. I had an experience a number of years ago with hypnotic regression in Tucson, Arizona. And there were a number of people besides myself who had apparently a connection to a future Atlantis. And as I began to connect, I chose different pieces of the story.
Yeah.
Have you come across in your experience anything about Atlantis in a future context?
No, I just did though.
Okay.
Thank you,
that's another
sir.
no.
I mean, they could call it, it's like by any other name, right? It doesn't necessarily, maybe some people have had sessions and they just haven't termed it Atlantis. A lot of people don't, when they're in these sessions, they don't use proper names for these locations. So it could be, it definitely could be if it's a highly advanced society. And what else?
Well, it's a human society in the future.
Okay.
There were problems that occurred, and the content that I got was basically 2,000 years, 2,000 years, 2,000 years.
Nice.
So it was like this continuity that represented the spread of 2,000 years, which
Yeah.
is the age arc
Yeah.
in astrology.
I get nothing like that. Yet,
Just
that's the cool thing. Yet, because they, like I said, they give me trends, and as soon as I get that out, then I get the next one's coming, and it's so cool. It's an extremely organic process, and it's designed from the higher self to get it out to people when they need it. So that would be cool to see if anything like that happens. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
By the way, the gentleman who just asked the question, Dan Brock, will be here tomorrow. He does, I've seen at least 3 or 4 times. I've known Dan for many, many years. I consider him a brother. A very bright man. Will be doing a presentation and has done presentations on the many facets of AI. He will be speaking at Bob Brown's conference for the first time in Laughlin the first week of March in 2019.
Yay.
And he will be here tomorrow for our panel session. So I just want to let everybody know about Brock. So Dan, thank you. Next question is Lucinda.
Hi, Allison. Thank you for sharing. That was amazing. So this might sound kind of silly, but do you ever have a client that can't be regressed?
Oh, God, yes. God, there's even one in here. Yeah, no, I don't bat 100 by any means. It's always a process. Some people, they go down right away. Some people, it's a work in progress. They need to exercise those muscles, or it triggers something for them for the next step they need to work on. But Mitch, raise your hand over there. Mitch, I've yet to get him under hypnosis. It's frustrating. It is absolutely frustrating for the person involved or for myself, but I always look at it as they're getting the exact next thing that they need to work towards this. So we meet for a reason, and Mitch is here today, so I know he doesn't hold me accountable anymore. He's forgiving me. No. So yeah, that's my answer to that one.
Over here, Allison, it's Carrie over here.
Hey, Carrie.
Hey, question is, given that, would you agree, since we all realize that set dates or say dates about, quote, the event, that we're really just giving ourselves a glass ceiling or a limitation because we're putting too much focus on that day instead of going within when you can experience the heaven on earth, would you say, kind of within?
Yeah, it's interesting, Gary, because that comes through. For some people, there's like a hard date, right? For your session, Carrie was a client. For your session, it was kind of like a time frame, right? And time frames are given for certain people to propel them forward at a faster rate. This is what I've figured out for certain clients. The higher self is kind of lighting a fire under their butt to get them to do some stuff. Carrie, did your life change because of the date frame that you got?
Since I've seen you, I've dropped like 65 pounds.
Yeah, your life completely changed, right?
Wow.
Because the higher self gives people time frames just to propel them to get moving faster. Sometimes they withhold time frames just because they want people to like be on edge a little bit. It can happen any time. I've heard both excuses from the higher self. And so it's really interesting. I don't put any weight in any time frames. I never have. I always say it because I thought people were like, me. Oh, yeah, it could happen. Sweet. And then now I found out that no, people actually believe that stuff. And oops. So never say time frames again.
Hi, Allison. So Dolores Cannon, who developed QHHT, got better and better as she went along, getting people into that deepest, how do you say it,
Somnambulistic, yeah.
state.
Yeah.
Have you learned how to do that, and have you perfected it?
It's really interesting because what I find is that people are always present during these sessions. So I've had hundreds and hundreds of sessions, and only 2 clients out of those hundreds, when I count them up, have been like, what? What just happened? What just happened? Because that's not where we're heading. Where we're heading as a species is an individual that can connect to their higher self and not have to leave the building, right? That we need to actually be empowered to do that. Not go to sleep to talk to our higher self and get messages. And I think that's why nobody does anymore. Because they don't need that. In her age, it was so new that I think the ego had to go kind of night-night. But nowadays, we need both. We need both our ego to be able to be present, because it's a tool. We need to be able to use it. And for us to be able to contact our higher self and start trusting what that feels like. Start strengthening that bond with our higher self. So that's why I never get people who are kind of out of it. When they pop up out of a session, most of them know what happened. They were aware during the whole process. Now, like I said, they forget all the details by the time they leave my house, but they were aware during it. Like I said, 2 clients did, and one of them was on drugs. So he wasn't really normal. He was doing. He had a coke problem.
Allison, I talked about the bifurcation of the earth, the splitting of the earth, and I watched your work on the event. Would you share with everybody what the event is?
Well, the information that I get through these sessions is that the event is when a large body of energy hits the earth and it adjusts the frequency of the earth, raises that vibration of each individual and the planet itself in order to get them to a higher state of consciousness. And from that point, they can go to higher dimensions. That's what I understand as the event. Now, what's been happening in these sessions is that the event isn't just an event, it's a process. It is a process. And it starts small and it starts building up, and then there's, like that client says, a tsunami of love, a wave of love that hits us. But the little waves are coming first. So that's what I see as the event, just based on these sessions alone. And I know there's other theories out there for sure.
Hi.
Hi.
You're amazing. Thank
Oh,
In the sessions I facilitate, the word embodiment keeps coming up.
yeah.
And I've often guided people to, I don't know exactly what it is, but allow your higher self to embody within you now.
Yeah.
Are we getting closer to that?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. And that's why they're giving us that information, because we have the receptor site set up to accept that and start taking movements toward that. With one client, they kept telling her, she needs to embody more of her higher self. She needs to embody more of her higher self. And finally, I was like, what the hell does she need to do that? Like, she's gonna go away from the session and be like, great, that's a great theory, but what do I do? And it said, specifically for her, it said that her energies were too spread out. That client was still living with her ex-husband, but in love with her, what was described as her twin flame. You can use that term or not. And it said that she needed to actually let go of that one relationship. They were best friends, her and her ex-husband. Let go of that one relationship and focus all of her attention on moving forward with this other relationship, because they were going to be of purpose together and change the world. And that to her was that's what they gave her as embodiment, because it's a focus. It's not scattering your focus. It is focusing more on now and what's going on now and where you need to go. So yeah, so you're getting that in your sessions too? Very cool. And I think it's different for everyone, what embodiment means or how to translate that as an action step. Absolutely.
It starts with an allowing.
Yeah, yeah.
And intending and allowing.
Intending, allowing, getting out of your way, surrendering, yeah, going with the flow, creating, clearing. Hi.
My understanding of that is the way I see it is like
Thank you, my hearing is terrible.
our higher self is almost like a heavenly father, and so the higher self maybe.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. It's
Like-
not you, it's me. I
Like
can't hear.
the higher self of that individual would be like that individual's heavenly mother, heavenly father, and vice versa. And so the importance of being committed in a relationship is amplifying those energies.
Yeah.
And devoting yourself to that person helps to bring them into alignment and vice versa.
I like that. I like the word devotion. Yeah, devoting energy, devoting focus, devotion to another person. If that's in your realm, if that's necessary. Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that term, devotion.
I had a question and a comment.
Okay.
I'm Ellen, and everybody calls me Heyoka. And I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for being here. Match, range, vibration, and love, unity, and truth. And I stand in my light. Basically, I did try to have a QHHT, and I heard about it through Dolores Cannon, and I had watched her show, and I researched a little more. And I'd never been hypnotized before that I can recall.
All right.
Secret space program, or whatever. We've been talking about that.
I gotcha.
Military record somewhere. I have a big 20-year span where I don't remember anything either. But anyway, I remember certain things. I did my QHHT with a person here locally, and I was not able to get into my I am presence from that method, but I just was present the whole time. And I didn't really get messages on my inventions that I want to do and other things, but I was able to learn to trust more, and since I had that session, lots of synchronicity, like the synchronicity engineers have been working overtime in my life. I'll tell you what, because they've been dovetailing all kind of stuff just to get me here today. So thank you.
That's really cool.
Right? And so what I wanted to say, don't feel unsuccessful about it, because what happened with me was then I triggered solar language, light language, and other things. And I've been exposed to this group here and different folks, and I've been networking, I guess you could say, like-minded folks. And sometimes that might be what the QHG will do, you know. I'm planning to have another one at some point, and I would like to talk with other people who want to invent things, because I'm into technology too, but I like healing and organic. But what I want to say is that I notice a lot of people here don't realize they're actually already working with us sometimes before you even come here. We're working in unity in another dimension, and we synchronize in this one. So, I mean, it's just happening more and more. So, just know that a lot of us are being more and more activated by just watching your show on the internet and through TV and everything. And people think, well, that's just a medium that, that's separate. But actually, we're all one, and we can communicate with the QHHT and other modalities, and it's just going to keep growing. So I'm just very thankful that you're here and sharing, and all your clients, felt brave enough to allow you to share it. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Thank you, Helen. And you just validated exactly what's coming through these sessions, that trend. If I get out of my own way, because I'm not that person who ever thought about doing videos. That came through one of my sessions as a client, We're giving her these ideas to do videos because she needs to prepare people for what's coming. She needs to prepare them in the right way, not a fear-based way. And so that was not ever an idea I had on my own. Never. And through that, it adjusts people's frequency. That is exactly what's coming through these sessions. So anybody that's out there, you don't have to do videos, anybody that's out there that's getting these nudges of creativity, of something that's so different than them, something that they would never think of, do it. You don't know what kind of an effect that's going to have on the world and the people around you. Huge. All of you are here today, maybe because you watched something, or maybe because somebody told you about something. It's like we need each other. So, yeah.
Hi, this is Troy. So I too watched Dolores Cannon videos and it just resonated with me so strongly. I booked my QHHD session immediately with the local therapist and was unable to go under a huge headache, a huge block, very physical pain for the next few days. I was very upset, higher self, why have you forsaken me? Yeah, right? But through this process, I reunited with my twin right here, Brooke. We found each other. I tried QHHD again. Anyway, what I gather is my higher self is like, you already know what to do. Here's your twin. Focus on your mission. QHHD is not for you in this incarnation.
Bingo.
So this, I just want to tell anyone who's tried, like, we already know what to do.
Exactly.
We already know what to focus
That's where
on.
we're going, right? That's where we're going as a species. We don't need these other modalities for very much longer to get us connected to what we need, where we need to go. We don't. And so you bypass the step that you didn't need. Trust that. Trust that. Absolutely. You're heading in the right direction, not the wrong direction, by trusting that.